Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Local Liberty. This is Brian and Shane. Again, we are continuing the conversation about individual liberty within our community. Yippee! What we're going to talk about today is a newspaper article from last weekend's Chronicle, October 10th and 11th edition. There's an article regarding renovating the prison cells within Willimantic PD. And these are the cells that are just used for overnight or weekend holding, temporary holding till someone who is arrested goes off to a longer term location.
Usually transferred to Danielson, I think.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, that would make
Danielson
sense.
is usually where they go.
That's where the courts are.
I'm not sure if that's always where they go.
That's where the courts are. So basically, this is an article discussing some of the plans to increase the size of these jail cells, and Shane and I are going to discuss a little bit about this topic. Go ahead, Shane.
So the town is renovating these cells, and the reason I wanted to talk about this is I've heard a lot of people go, "Why the hell would we ever do this? Why would we make the cells nicer? Why would we paint the cells? Who cares?" And this is why we should care. You're innocent until proven guilty. This is a legal concept. This actually is often something I would title as a legal fiction. It's really not the case. It's really you're guilty until you can prove yourself innocent, because the way it works is, we accuse you of crime, we put you in jail, maybe you pay the cost to get out, but that's still not the actions of someone that you believe is innocent. They don't have to pay a cost to get out. They're innocent. But if you can't pay the cost to get out, you're stuck in jails like this. But let's just put aside that there might be some innocent people involved, or there's even that concept of innocence until proven guilty. I just want to talk about the concept of compassion to your fellow human being. Once you have got someone for a crime, let's say someone shoots someone robs someone rapes someone does something really bad, and now you have them under your control. Once you have them under your control, you don't suddenly get the right to go, now I can abuse them. Now I can treat them like garbage. No, that's not what happens. You don't suddenly have the right to use violence against those people. You have the right to try to stop those people in your own self-defense. If there's a situation where someone's trying to attack you and you have to shoot them, well, that's what you have to do. But once you shot them and they're on the ground bleeding to death, you don't have the right to go, I'll just shoot them in the back of the head now and just kill them off. Right? Once the threat's been neutralized, I think personally we should be as kind and compassionate to these people as I am to anyone else, which is use the least amount of force possible to solve the situation. And a lot of times you don't need to use any force at all. For a lot of white-collar crimes, you don't need to put somebody in jail. What was the person you talked about recently that died in jail, the tax evader?
Erwin Schiff.
Erwin Schiff. They put an old man. How old was he?
78 when they put him in jail.
They put him in jail and he died in jail.
88 when they let him die on a bed.
Chained to a hospital bed. That is ridiculous. That is not proportional to his crime if you think that is a crime. So I want to treat people with compassion. I want people that get the idea that we shouldn't use violence to solve our problems. So as much as possible, we should try to use the least amount of force in solving our problems. We should try to treat people the most humanely when solving problems. Even if they're doing something wrong, correcting their action via treating them like garbage. I mean, if we talk about the actual prison systems in this country, not the jails now, we talk about the prison systems. All you do is you turn people in for, say, relatively minor offenses, and they come out worse because they've been brutalized by the system, and now they're more dangerous to society. So
check out our victimless crime flowchart.
Check that out on YouTube.
Easy reference guide.
Exactly. So we want to emphasize compassion. That's we emphasize that on local liberty over coercion. And this concept is a universal concept. You don't just suddenly not get it anymore just because you're a prisoner and you've done something bad, even though I might think you deserve it. Once you've been neutralized, once you're in a cell, well, I think we have an obligation to fellow human beings to treat them a certain way, a certain minimum standard. And that, again, is ignoring the fact that there will be innocent people that slip through the cracks. Just like the death penalty, some innocent people died. There'll be some innocent people that get arrested. A lot of cases, there's a lot of people get arrested, but then the charges get thrown out, or they win in court. So that time they're subjected to having to pay a bondsman or having to be in jail. What was all that? That was all punishment for nothing, right? So I want to keep these things in perspective. Brian?
So this sort of, what comes to mind here following this discussion is I'm sure everybody's heard the term, what goes around comes around, or the golden rule. And we talk about innocent people being in jail or whatnot. And basically, this kind of just comes down to the, if you find yourself on the wrong side of a prison cell someday, innocently, guiltily, or otherwise, are you going to want to be treated like dirt or not? So that's sort of what's come to mind when I'm thinking about this. Is yes, we do need to have a culture that's built around a respect for natural human rights, and I probably have a very different definition of human rights than a lot of folks do that may be listening to this. I don't mean things like you have a right to education sort of thing, but just, as Shane mentioned, this sort of ties into the concept of compassion, and contrasting that to coercion, which we just recorded an episode on, so check it out. That's all from me. Anything else from you, Shane? All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. This is Brian and Shane in Local Liberty talking about advancing the concept of individual freedom in our community of Windham and Willimantic and the surrounding area. Check us out on YouTube and Facebook at Local Liberty, 2 words, put her in quotes, and localliberty.org. Thanks for listening, and we will see you guys soon. Take care.